I am Brad Keeler. She is Christine Beyzaei. You are watching another Director's Cut Summer Short. Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another Director's Cut Summer Short. My name is Brad Keeler. I'm the director of the Geo-Institute, and that is why we call this Director's Cut. Every week, I sit down with a different member, and in the summer, I ask them one question. If you don't know anything about the Geo-Institute, it's a good time to find out after you watch this. Head over to geo-institute.org, and there you will find out we are a technical society with about 12,000 members, most of whom are geotechnical engineers and or geologists, and we are part of the American Society of Civil Engineers. Director's Cut Shorts are a fun-sized version of the real thing. We ask one question, we get one great answer from our guest, and then we call it a day, and we go to the beach or something else, because it's summer. This week, joining us from not very far from where I'm sitting right now, from the National Institute of Standards and Technology, it is Christine Beyzaei. Christine, welcome, and are you ready for your one question?
Hi, Brad. Thank you. Yes, I am ready.
Who was your first engineering hero?
Okay. My first engineering heroes were the ancient Roman engineers. I first started learning about ancient Roman engineering as a high school student and was absolutely fascinated by the technologies that they employed and also by the length of time that what they built stood up. So learning about the Roman roads and the aqueducts, and not just how things had been built, at one time in history to last for, like we think of now, a design life of 30 years or 50 years, but things that have been around for thousands of years. And that extended not just from Rome, from the center in Italy, but, outward throughout the entire empire. And I thought that was really, really cool and something that had been very constant throughout history and across, lots of civilizations as well. And so that really got my attention. And I started thinking, wow, this is something that I might want to get involved in, and ended up kind of leading to me becoming a civil engineer and joining ASCE. So you learn about things in textbooks, but then actually traveling to Europe and walking on some of these roads, seeing these things in person, seeing the arches that were still standing, and that things that we learned about in school here, the same languages, math, science, had still been used 2,000 years ago. That all just really appealed to me. And so that inspired me to go into civil engineering. And those were the ancient Romans were my first engineering heroes.
Okay, so to me, this is an obvious follow-up. Maybe it's not to everybody else. If you had to pick one thing that was most impressive to you about what the Romans did, what is it? And conversely, what are you surprised at, or what stood out to you that they got wrong?
So I think the most impressive thing is the consistency, and the duration, the length of time that these things stood. When you read about the sort of the metrics that they use to develop the roads, and so much of it is similar to things that we would use today. And when you look at ancient maps and things like that, you see that that the methods that they used to implement their technologies were just incredibly consistent, and that allowed them to be much more efficient and expand much more rapidly. As far as something that I don't know if I can pick something that I would think that they, maybe didn't do as well, but I think it's probably a shame that the recipe the mixture that they had for the cement and the concrete was lost for, I think, several hundred years, if I remember correctly. So that it's probably a little bit of a bummer. But otherwise, I can't really think of anything that I would consider, a miss.
And that's okay. We don't really want any of those Roman gods striking us down either. Yeah. So we will not speak in
speak
vain
ill of their
of the
yeah.
ancient Romans. I think the two things that were coolest to me that I saw there, the Senate building, because it's still in impeccable condition, and I believe it was built in 25 AD or something crazy like
Yeah.
that, and the Scala
Colosseum.
Santa. And if you're not Catholic, viewers, you may not know this. These are the steps that supposedly Jesus walked down before he was judged by Pilate, and they were moved in their entirety to Rome in the 4th century. Like, that is an incredible feat in itself, just to pick something up like that, 1600 years ago, and truck it from the Middle East all the way to Rome. It's incredible.
Yeah. And even, I tend to think more of the infrastructure and sort of the municipal engineering feats that they did, the community building, but also the military engineering advances that they had were also incredibly impressive. The way that they were able to, build bridges as they were marching over rivers was just unbelievable for their time and to learn about as well.
So that is fantastic. Thank you for that amazing answer, Christine. And for all of our viewers, I hope you liked what you saw today. You're here at the end, so you probably did. You can check out other Director's Cut summer shorts on our YouTube channel, and we'll be back with full-length episodes in just a few weeks. So surely you can hang around and wait for those. Christine, thanks again. Enjoy the rest of your summer. And for our viewers, we will see you again very soon. Director's Cut is a production of the Geo-Institute. To learn more about the Geo-Institute, visit geo-institute.org. For more great content, check us out on YouTube. I'm Brad Keeler. See you next time.